Beautiful story. The day was as normal as any other day, and I was the same depressed person I had been for the past few months, whose life was thrown into disarray by a destructive relationship. I rarely talk to people these days, and I just scroll through Facebook in my spare time. Even today, I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and suddenly a messenger chat popped up on my mobile. I was really surprised by the person on the other side of the conversation. Is this the topper of Manav Mishra Senior Secondary High School, Meerut? I asked myself. I went into flashbacks to remember my school days. Manav Mishra of class 9th was a performing and intelligent student in our class and had a crush on many girls, and I was one of them. Even though I was one of the top students, I was hesitant to strike up a conversation with anyone. But some of my girlfriends knew about my crush and used to tease me and wanted me to talk to him at least once. After all, we are children of the 90s and we were not advanced enough to contact someone in person or through social media apps. We normally looked for opportunities to speak. A few days later, I joined a coaching class. We usually call them tuition classes, and luckily Manav also joined the same tuition. On the first day, while entering the classroom, I heard someone say, "Hello Priya, that's my name." I looked back and the man called my name. I stood there stunned with my beating heart, but anyway, I managed to reply. From that day, we became friends just to share our notes or discuss something about the class. 2 years have passed and I haven't told him my feelings yet. Although it's much easier to say I like you or I love you to someone these days, the days of 90s love stories were a bit slow. Lovers are used to building up the courage to approach someone. Before the 10th board exam, one day I heard a rumor that Manav is dating someone, and finally I closed the chapter and went to another city for higher studies. I forgot about that incident and never tried to contact him again. Friendship after 12 years. I was missing those days, and again I got another message from him and he was asking whether I remember or not. Yes, of course, I remember him when he was my first crush. But I didn't expect his message after 12 years. I was confused and didn't know how to respond to this message. I naturally replied, "Dear man, I'm fine. How are you? And do you still miss me?" Although I have many questions that I avoid asking. Man, yes, of course, how can I forget my friend? I tried so hard to find you and finally, I found you on Facebook. We chatted for a while with simple conversations about our current lives and shared each other's contact numbers. After a few days, we became good friends and started talking through calls and messages. We lived on two poles of the country. I was in Bangalore and he was in Noida. One day he shared his plans to go to Bangalore as he wanted to meet me soon, and I was glad that I was visiting an old friend as our friendship was very deep and we became best friends. One mistake and left with regrets. Before we met, on a call one day he said something I had never heard. "Manav, it's been a long time, wanted to share something with you." Me, say yes. "Manav, you won't believe, when we were in school, I had a huge crush on you. But could not tell you at that time because I was afraid of rejection and I was not sure whether you would accept it or not. I thought that once I get settled with my career, I will propose to you, and I have been searching for you for the last 12 years because I love you." Listening to her and jokingly replied with a long deep breath, "Really, I had a crush on you too. When I heard you have a girlfriend, I won't share you anymore." It was very strange that we both liked each other, but we could not share our feelings. If we could have told it earlier, maybe the story would have been different. I don't want to be in another relationship and I don't want to be depressed over my disastrous relationship. Though Manav was expecting us to be together, knowing my past, that I didn't want to be in a relationship. I hoped that my friendship with Manav would last forever. He again asked me, "What do you think, Priya? Can we be together forever?" I don't know if I was being stupid, or my situation made me like that at that time. But I could have replied to her if it would have been okay with her, then we could have continued our friendship because, at the moment, I don't want to get involved. I am in a relationship. He tried to pacify me many times, but due to his stubbornness, I lost a friend and a beautiful companion. One fine day, I received a message from Manav that he was going to marry and invited me to join. That day, the only thing I realized, yes, I did a mistake. How could I reject that person who waited 12 years for me? Now there is no U-turn, and the only thing that remained with me is my regrets. And I was too late to regret it. We are still friends and talk once in a while. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.